Yeah, I got him started right now. Yeah, we good, bro. On yours. Hey, brothers, that's can you hear us? Can you hear us fine with the fans going? Let us know if you know if the sound is a little low. If so, we'll turn off that fan. And we'll turn off a couple of these fans. But if not, we're gonna go ahead and get started, brother. Good. So before we get started, as always, we want to give all praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Salutations and blessings to hopeful elect out there from the four corners who are sincere about this word and truly believe in our Lord and Savior, Yahushai, man. Right? Throughout the four corners, confusing the face, the brothers and women that's behind the scenes, doing the best they can, all right, to learn this truth and in hope of that salvation as well, right? As you can see the title, he said it's hard. Matter of fact, hey, turn that fan off. Turn the two fans off right there. The one behind you too, all right? Maybe that'll help. You know? Yeah. Lord will, that sounds better. But as you can see in the title, the Power Dynamis, all right? And that word dynamis is basically the Greek word for virtue, power. When you go into different scriptures dealing with that word, all right? And really, I wanted to call it, the power is already here and will be enhanced tremendously, but that's too long. So we just call it the Power Dynamis, all right? And which the power is already here, all right? The power came to us who are the hopeful elect in the spirit of power, Yahweh seen our side. It came to us by what? By hearing of the word. When we heard this word, it was a power that hit us and made us change our whole life around, all right? It was a power that was within us. The power of the word ignited something that was inside of us to want to follow and teach this word as well. Matter of fact, give me John 10. Isaiah 30, 21. That's the one, that's the scripture, bro. Wow.
John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me.
Right. So the power that was behind the true understanding of the word, that's the voice of the Lord. Okay? And that came through hearing the true apostles, the true leaders of all Israel, which is the apostles and elders of great millstone, beginning with the apostles to all on down. All right? So when we heard the word in its purest, that was power that hit us, that made us flip our whole life around. All right? And a couple examples, give me hold that, give me Matthew, when Yahweh came to Simon and his brother Andrew, and they were fishing. All right? Just to back this brother up, in John 10, where it said, my sheep hear my voice and they follow.
My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life. John 10:27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand.
That's right, man. So we following Yahweh Shai in hopes to receive eternal life. All right? You got that one?
Okay, sir. Matthew 4:18, it says, and Yahweh Shai, walking by the Sea of Galilee, saw two brothers, Simon called Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net in the sea, and they were fishers. And he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And straightway,
That's it.
and straightway left their nets and followed him.
Look up the word straightway. Look that word straightway up. It said, and straightway left their nets and followed him.
Right.
All right? The same way when you heard this word in the pure understanding of it, this was it. That was it. You know, that was it for you. There was no turning back. You were hooked like this. All right?
That's Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
Right. Which our teachers is the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right? They're the ones that taught Israel. All right? If you want to get taught, you got to go to Great Millstone. All right? If you want entertainment, you go to the mother group. All right? But if you want to grow in the spirit, you have to come to Great Millstone. That's just facts, bottom line, no ifs, ands, or buts. All right?
But thine eyes shall see thy teacher,
Uh-huh.
and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, this is the way, walk ye in it.
This is the way, walk. What was that? What we heard, it was the power.
Yeah.
It was the power behind the word. Somebody give me that in Corinthians, what Paul said. The word didn't come to you, but in power. All right?
But you gotta remember, the Most High just created the heavens just off word alone. You know, the Lord said, let there be light. That was that power behind the word of the Most High just make things manifest like that. Man. You know, the same with this word. And we all had a set times where we were going to hear this word and our walking our little daily wicked life until the truth came. And we was all had a base test where we was going to hear this word and it was going to resonate with us. We was going to hear it, and like the brother said, we was going to be hooked. You know, and that's exactly what the Lord said was going to happen, and it's happening. Man. And that's like the brother said, the power of the word of the Most High. Man.
1 Corinthians 2. 2 and 4. All right, yeah, go ahead. Did you get that word straightway?
Yeah, I got it.
Go ahead.
Straightway. The Greek word for straightway is G2112. Eltheos is an adverb, and it says straightway, immediately, forthwith. And it also gets directly, at once, or soon. As soon as.
At once, immediately. Like going back and said, immediately. When you heard this word immediately, you was hooked. There wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts. That's because it was already in you. All you had to do was hear it. All right? You didn't second guess it. None of that, man. You heard it, and it opened your mind up to what did I just hear? You were activated at that point. You know? That was you getting plugged out of the matrix. You know? You were unplugged at that point. You know?
Going into that verse in John the 10th chapter, you brought up a point saying how we were activated, you know. That voice that we heard, we were activated, but also we were acquainted with the word as well. When Peter said, I stir you up in your pure way of remembrance and sweat, you already knew these things. When you go into that account in John the 10th chapter, Yahweh Shai used the example of sheep and the quarter, the shepherd. You know, when you go into sheep, especially in the ancient world, you was that shepherd, you had a very, very, very close relationship with your sheep. Like how it is with your dog. Like, it was to the point if you lost your sheep, you had to find it. Like, you know, but going into it, like, your sheep, you would name, I'm just using examples, you might name one of your sheep Buttercup, the other one maybe, well, you know, this is the other one maybe Gus. Inside joke, brother, inside joke. But that sheep knows your voice And the thing was, if you were traveling, there were certain inns that you would go to, you would rest, and there would be multiple different sections that would go to these places to rest. So it was a lot of different sheep, and they were all brought together in this one area, and there was a particular quarter that was there, and let the sheep in and out. You know, a quarter that doorkeeper.
Right.
You know, but pretty much when you was ready to travel, you were ready to leave, you would give out a certain sound, yip, or whatever, you know, or say its name, and your sheep would automatically go that way and follow your voice versus the other sheep. The other one would, they would chill. And the other shepherd goes there and he might do a different noise. And the other sheep will go. And they all look the same as the sheep.
Right.
But those sheep are acquainted with you because they have that close relationship to you.
Yeah.
And that's the feeling, or that's the relationship Yahweh has with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, man.
I'm gonna add over real quick. The word for voice is also phonemic, so it kind of sounds like phone. You know, that it's like a direct line from the Most High.
Straight up.
Matter of fact, man, you got it pulled up. You want that was it. Okay, fine. That's everybody. I got a precept. Shoot, my bro.
And this is another account I write of, and this is in the book of 1 Kings chapter 19. And this is the account with Elijah and Elisha. All right, Elijah was pretty much the head of the school of the prophets, and Elisha was his understudy and also his predecessor. I guess that's the right word to say, predecessor. He came after him. Successor, the water. But this is like we just read in that account with Peter and Andrew. There was a similar situation that happened with Elijah and Elisha. So this is the book of 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 18. It says, "Yet I have left thee 7,000 of Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, and every mouth which have not kissed." I write those 7,000 represent the 124,000 right now. Number 7 represents completion, and Paul was talking about the remnant going into that, you know, in the book of Romans. But it says, "So he departed thence and found Elisha, the son of Shaphat, who was plowing with 12 yoke of oxen before him. And he was the 12th, and Elijah passed by him and cast his mantle upon him. And he left the oxen and ran after Elijah immediately." Like we just read, you know, he laid his mantle on him and immediately he went after Elijah. You know? And I'm going to read verse 20 again. "And he left the oxen and ran after Elijah and said, Let me, I pray thee, kiss my father and my mother, and then I will follow you. And he said unto him, Go back again, for what have I done with you? And he returned back from him, and took the yoke of oxen, and slew them, and boiled their flesh with the instruments of the oxen." Now that part right there was hella spiritual within itself. Because as we're going into how we heard this word, immediately we went to follow it. That was Elisha's job. That's what he did. He was a farmer. He had oxen. And when you know farming, they weren't cheap. And oxen ain't cheap, man. You know what I'm saying? You look at it today, that's game near $5,000 a piece. You know? So not only did he turn away his daily life pursuant to the ministry, but he cut him up and boiled him. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much saying, I'm done with this. This is what we need to do.
Right.
He put away his carnal job, which, you know, we work. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much that shows you. He put the word first over what he did in his daily life, man. He ran forth immediately and said, "Fuck the world." Excuse my French. Fuck the world. I'd rather serve y'all by sitting outside.
That's right.
You know?
Exactly how Simon and Andrew did.
That's right.
They were mending their nets. And they dropped it. What the hell with this? You know? This is the guy. This is who we supposed to be. We supposed to be doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And they didn't say that. They didn't say they said that. But straight away they said, you follow me.
That's right.
You know?
Hey, you know, that's probably working with their cops. He probably was like,
Right.
You know?
He said immediately they dropped the nets and followed, man. And that was the power that hit them. Same power that hit us when we heard this word.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's right. Got more, brother?
That's pretty much on that one there, you know. But it's when you go into our ancient forefathers, and when the Lord had communicated with us, whether it was through a dream or whether the case was, there's always accounts that he had left away from our parents. And we can start, you know, like our forefather Abraham. You know what I'm saying? When he was on his way, like Terah already had the mindset of going to the land of Canaan. And we read that in the book of Genesis, the 12th chapter. You know what I'm saying? And there was all of his family that was there. Terah Pharaoh, you know, he was an idolater.
Right, he's not idolatry.
But the Spirit came upon Abraham. The Lord came to Abraham and said, look, you're going to flee and you're going to go to the land of Canaan. And Terah ended up passing away. Abraham left his father, you know, he left his family, left everybody, and it was only him, his house, and Lot in their house, and they went over to that region. You know, and when you read it in Hebrews, Abraham did it off faith. They said he didn't even know where he was going. He just did it. You know,
Power of the Most High.
Yeah. This is Philippians chapter 3, verse 8. It says, they doubtless I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of the Mashiach and Hamashah, my Lord, from whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Mashiach. So they drop their job, they drop you and they move like first. They really do to go follow Yahweh on the other side. You know, because it was in the power of that word, the power of the Most High that troubles man to do that. Hey, and that type of faith is only given to the elect.
yeah.
You know? Only they're going to be willing to do that, to sacrifice that to win Yahweh on the other side.
And what do you do with dung? You bury it under the ground, man.
You know, you put those things in the world in the grave.
You get them, you mortify it.
You know? I got that one. This Matthew chapter 10, verse 39. It says, he that findeth his right shall lose it, and he that loseth his right for my sake shall find it. Now, that's why everybody gave up whatever they had going, it was shit. Life was better than all that. Whatever you got, your job, your family, all that. And you got the example of the New Testament, the parable of the guy who said, what should I do? You went to the outside, and you go to the outside, so remember, keep the commandments, it says, this thing, already do that. The Lord's going to sell everything that you had and come to follow.
Yeah, right,
And he wasn't willing to make that sacrifice.
Right.
Because ultimately, he wasn't part of the elect. He was called, but he wasn't chosen. Because then the Lord came to him, told him, look, you know, he came to the Lord and was asking questions. The Lord said, okay, if you want to live me, this is what you got to do. He didn't do it. He got to do it and make that sacrifice.
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Job chapter 32, verse 7. I said, they should speak, and multitude of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty gives them understanding.
That's right, man. And that was the power that had. Matter of fact, since you just read that, give me the 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter, and the 4th verse. And then, Brother Control, God, go to that and look up that word power.
It's,
I know, once you read it, you know what I'm saying? You know? Go ahead, brother, read that.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, in my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom.
Right, and when we heard it, it wasn't enticing words. It was simple words. It was what we could understand, but it was something behind them words. All right? There was something behind the words when we heard the pure understanding of the word of the Bible, the truth. There was something behind that flipped the switch on you. Go ahead.
My speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power.
But in demonstration of the Spirit and of power. All right? Now look up that word power.
the Greek word for power is dynamis.
Dynamis. All right? That's why you see that title. If you just now tuning in, that's the Greek word for power.
Right.
Or virtue is different words. Get that? That's the Greek word there. Power, virtue, the Greek word is dynamis. And what's the definition?
Definition is strength, power, ability, inherent power residing in a thing by virtue of its nature, or which a person or thing exerts and puts forth. Power for performing miracles.
Power. So what happened when this word hit us? We were snapped out of it, and that was a miracle in itself.
Yeah.
It was a miracle in itself because it automatically took demons off of you.
Right. Yeah.
Automatically, when you started to learn it, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. Automatically, them demons that was on you, they were cast off of you because of the power behind the word that you heard. Right? That's a miracle.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go read. Which one you at?
I gotta read C.
Yeah, go ahead.
Definition C, it says, moral power and excellence of soul. The power and influence which belong to riches and wealth.
And that's the riches is talking about riches, the faith. verses, which is of faith. Right then, your faith was activated, your true faith. All right? But behind that power hidden. All right? Jump down to F and then read the Strong's definition.
Definition F, it says power consisting in or resting upon armies, forces, and goods.
That's spiritual power.
That's right.
That's spiritual power. Just by hearing the word, all right? Just by the word, the clear understanding of it, that's spiritual power. Now read the Strong's definition.
It says force, literally, or
Force. Force, man. Power. May the force be with you. Just by hearing the true understanding of the word, man. We're going to read the verse again. Read the verse again.
Yep, it's back in 1 Corinthians 2 and 4. And my speech and my preaching was not with enticing words of man's wisdom, but in demonstration of the Spirit and of power.
Straight up, man. There was a force behind it. There was a force that turned on, that hit you, and you turned your whole life around.
Yeah,
All right?
Can I get one more time?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a little point I just want to make. It's Hebrews 4:12. For the word of the Heavenly Father is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword. I mean, that was the point that I was here.
Quick and powerful. What's that Hebrew word for powerful right there?
Hey, I look it up.
Look it up.
You got it? Okay.
Just to see. I ain't never looked it up, man. Let's see if it's the same word, man.
It's true because brothers got certain stories where they cold turkey stopped doing some type of wickedness they was in. They cold turkey stopped doing it.
That's a miracle, man.
Straight up.
You got people in the world, they can't stop doing things. They got to go to Esau and be secluded from things. All it took for us was to hear the word.
Right.
And that was it. You know? That's a miracle, man. That's power behind that. You know?
Yeah. He said it right there. It said the word, like, we want to be quick. That word quick means to be made alive. That's what the word does. It brings you alive. That power.
Man, bro, that's on point. I tell you, because the Greek word is and then energas, which means active. And the Hebrew word will have to be kayat. To be animated. To be animated. Right.
Like life. Yep.
I got another
Immediately.
We were made alive immediately.
Hey, not to get to the Hebrew word, but it basically means, what's happening is that we're being initiated.
Right.
The Hebrew word. So, once this word got into us and the Lord turned that switch, we was initially initiated into that we are to be part of the elect, man.
Right.
Part of that select group, not mere mortals, man.
Mysterion.
Right.
That's a Greek word.
Right. I'm sorry.
I was saying it's only given to the elect for that switch to be initiated to the grouping of the 144,000. And it all started with the spark of his word. Turn it on,
Lord will to the end, man.
Right.
You know? You got something else? I just looked it up. Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good.
Go ahead, brother.
Well, that was 1 Corinthians 2 you was reading, right?
2 and 4.
And Paul continues to expound on that, going into the natural man and the unnatural man. Well, not unnatural, but you know what I'm saying? Pretty much the ones that are quickened by the Spirit. Going into Mysterion, the initiated. Paul's pretty much going into that whole chapter. And that's why we've been given the way to judge. Because we're spiritual, we have the Spirit of the Lord in us, we have that power. That's what makes us not like these natural brute beasts, as he talks about in there.
The quick precept is John 14:6. Yahweh Shai said, it's straight to the point. Yahweh Shai said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. So it's through Yahweh Shai that we're able to have life. But that means something today. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gave us life. Like, that's when we began to live.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's when we came into the truth. When we
was
heard the
dead.
word.
Right.
We was dead bone. We was like valley of the dry bone. Right.
But the Lord breathed us the breath of life.
Breath of life.
That's right. The Lord resuscitated us.
Right.
Just like we drowned in the pool, the Lord took us out of the lake. Resuscitated. He had that life. He brought us back to life. He fucking threw us, like, you throw up and throw up all the bullshit, the world, the sin, the wickedness. You don't have to imagine. You threw all that up, man. And then, it was a brand new That's why it says the
dog
dog
return
returned
to
to
his
his
vomit.
vomit.
That's those that come into this and then go back into the world. You know? What I was gonna say, man. Yeah, that's power behind. That's the power. So the power is already here. You know?
Hey, that's why he's so fierce.
That's why he's afraid, because the power, the Most High has the power on the earth already. All right? And it's gonna be enhanced tremendously.
Right.
It's gonna be enhanced tremendously, man. All right? Go ahead, bro.
This is Mark chapter 16, and I'm going to start at verse 15. And he said unto them, Go ye into the world and preach the gospel to every creature, which is what we did. This is what we're doing. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. And what's that baptized going into, man? That's talking about the word. All right? So when you go out there and preach to the world, you're displaying the word of the Heavenly Father, which is likened unto water. That's why he said, He that believeth on me, as the scripture said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water. You know? Verse 17, and these signs shall follow them that believe. All right? So it's going to be a particular sign, all right, or a particular banner that these men of the Lord are going to have. This here makes me think of Isaiah 8:20, when he says, I and the children who come after me shall be for signs and wonders of Israel. So the men of the Lord are going to display some type of mannerism and show themselves to be different than everybody else, you know, being that mysterion. It says, and these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues. They shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. So then, after the Lord had spoken unto them, he was received up in heaven and sat on the right hand of the Most High. And they went forth and preached everywhere, the Lord working with them and confirming the word with signs following. It says among.
And you know what the Lord,
The Lord working with them and confirming them with signs following.
That's right.
What's the major sign right now that the power is here? All the camps. All the brothers, that's a major sign that the power is with us, man. Throughout the entire planet Earth, the power is here, man. You know, the power is with us on the planet, man. You know? And Esau he fears that, man. You know?
And so I was going to say, like the brother was saying, how, you know, he said how once the word came into us, the Lord's going to let us be able to heal people. Now you got carnal people who ain't spiritual, but you see the spiritual side of it, they'll say, well, lay your hands on this person and heal him. Do that, but we are doing that through the Spirit. It's got to happen through the Spirit before it's going to be a physical manifestation for us to do that.
But best believe it's going to get physical. It's going to get physical because it's written to get physical. You know? But when you're going to actually see it with your naked eyes, you non-believers out there, man. The Most High got men set up on the planet right now that's going to be performing things unexplainable. Only explanation is the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. That's going to be the only explanation.
Because it's happening spiritually before their eyes.
But
We've all been healed.
Right.
And
they don't understand it like we understand it. So the Most High, he gonna enhance it. Okay, you don't believe I exist? You don't think I brought them together just by them hearing His word? Well, watch this.
That's right.
You know?
And it's always been like that, bro. You know, going back to Elijah, when he put that meat on that altar, you know, when you had Ahab as well.
That's right.
Right after Ahab had tried, you know, Elijah mocked him, you know, clowned him for a second, and Elijah pretty much said, look, hey man, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is your God. This, that, and third. The fire came down from heaven and consumed that offering. And what had happened afterwards, man? The children of Israel bowed down and said, this is the Lord, our power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They were willing after the day of Elijah's power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's right. That's right. God.
So the Lord going to show all these dollars. That's why the Lord said, let not the introduce you and let them trouble you.
Straight up.
That's right. And it don't. It don't trouble us, man. Because we know the Most High is moving. You know, the proof is, look at all the camps worldwide, man. And we all were gathered by the same power, which is the true understanding of His word, man. All right? But we're going to get that. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. This is the book of Acts chapter 1. This is another account from what was read in Mark 16. It's Acts chapter 1, starting in verse 6. It says, when they therefore were come together, they asked him, saying, Lord, will thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel? So Israel is important, man. It's in the New Testament. Right? They ain't asking for you to restore everybody. Well, they asking for Israel, man.
You didn't say shit about Agrippa.
Right. Real talk.
Agrippa.
Yeah, man. You ain't concerned about these people, man. It says, and he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power, but ye shall receive power after the Holy Spirit is come upon you. And ye shall be witnesses unto me.
Right, what's the Holy Spirit, man? The full understanding and the breakdown of all these scriptures.
That's right.
It ain't no physical thing like vocab doesn't have to. No spirit is person and all that dumb shit, man. What are you talking about? Carnal.
He'll never get it. He will never get it.
Hey, just now, whenever you see vocab, just give that nigga the Dwight Leonard laugh. That's what he's saying, Jay.
You don't understand the power that's behind what he's trying to come against.
That's right.
He has no clue. He has no clue, man. All right? And the Lord is going to judge him. Serious. The Lord is going to judge that Edomite, man.
That's what we're saying about that.
And I'm going to say this, and then we can get back. All you Israelites that sat down with that demon, he could be it, he could be it. The Lord is going to get you too.
That's right. That's right.
That's a demon. That's an Edomite demon, man.
That's right.
You know, that's trying to take your heritage from you. You want to sit down and powwow with the devil.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Let's get back to the topic.
This is Acts chapter 1, verse 8. But you shall receive power. After that, the Holy Spirit is come upon you, and you shall be witnesses unto me, both in Jerusalem and in all Judea and in Samaria.
Yep.
And
which that happened.
Right.
That happened
right,
already.
Yep.
All those lands, Jerusalem, Judea, and all of Samaria. That's the ancient world where we grew up. Okay, the Middle East.
That's right.
Where you think the churches were set up? They were set up all over in that region. All right? All right?
That's right.
That happened already. Go ahead.
And unto the uttermost parts of the earth.
And we live in this part out right now as we speak.
That's right.
We're witnessing of Yahweh Shai right now as we're speaking.
That's right.
All right? On this part of the earth, the uttermost part of the earth, which is the western hemisphere.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
And globally, wherever you brothers are at, that's bringing out this word of sincerity and truth, you being a witness on the Yahweh Shai. That's right. You know?
Yeah. When you read that, that's a direct precept. Deuteronomy 30th chapter, where Moses is telling the congregation how we were going to be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth among the heathen. It says we were going to be scattered unto the uttermost parts of heaven. When you read it in Deuteronomy the 30th chapter, but it says right afterward, then will I gather thee, and thence will I fetch thee. Right. How is he going to gather, and how is he going to fetch Jacob that was scattered to the uttermost parts of heaven, or the uttermost parts of the earth that we read in Acts chapter 1? Through his word, man. Right. Through his word. And then and he said he was going to give them power, man. And we had that. Hey, the brother said that right now, man, like how you know the Lord is working on you, what it show you is the camps that's here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's power in itself. And that's how brothers were able to wake up, man. And it started with the apostles and the others, you know?
Right, man. Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. You know, so we got to preach this word to all nations because Israel scattered amongst all nations.
That's right.
And that happened. And how that happened? You know, we're preaching this word to the camp and through the unicorn, man.
That's right.
Because back then, in the ancient world, we was all over there in the old world. So that's why Paul was doing those journeys, man. The internet wasn't needed then, man. Yeah. You know, even though basically it was there because Paul was sending letters and it wasn't an electronic, you know, it's just a different mode of transport of information. Right. And that was here through the unicorn, and that's how this word is being preached throughout the four corners of the earth.
That's why the scriptures say that power, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Because through the tongue, we are literally, through the spirit of Yahweh outside, we are giving life out.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's why the scripture, a lot of guys don't understand when you eat a thing, they say it's corruptible. I forgot to go, but it's about the scripture. What goes in there is what come out.
Yeah, right.
Because it's dealing with the verbal. What you saying to a man? What you teaching to a man.
Right. Get that in Baruch. That first. Oh, you had something else?
What does it say?
Want to finish the one you had?
Oh, no, that was it. Oh, okay. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 36.
Just like the brother just said,
It's still going, it's still running.
oh, it's still rolling.
Yeah, you still rolling.
It's still rolling.
Yeah, you still rolling, right?
Go ahead, read that.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 36. It says, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold that joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. And what's that? His word, man. You know?
Because it brought joy to us. It brought joy to us when we heard it.
Yeah, bro.
And it came from the Most High. This is
Comforter is part of that.
this is what's the word I'm thinking of, man? On high knowledge, man.
Yeah.
You know? It came from the heavens. You know?
Yeah? So the, O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come whom thou sentest away, and they come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High.
Amen. And we came gathered together by what? The word of the Holy One. That's what brought all the camps and positioned them around the globe the way they're positioned.
Right.
You know, that's power from out of this world, man.
Yeah.
You can't get a bunch of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and confusing the face Israelites to gather on the way we gathered in the spirit and organized without even knowing each other. Without even knowing you can't do that unless there's a power behind it, man. This is why Gamaliel said, if it's of men, it will come to naught. But if it be of the Most High, you cannot overthrow it. All right? And that's exactly what's going on the planet Earth. The Most High is gathering all his elect, and he's positioning them to push this word, gather the rest of the elect through the word, the power behind us pushing the word, because it's nothing to do with us. It's the power that's behind it. We're just vessels pushing.
That's it. That's
You know,
it.
that's all we are. We're just the vessels pushing it. You know, it's the power that's behind it. And then once the elect is here, everybody, the world is attentive. The Lord is going to start enhancing that power. Yeah, He's going to start enhancing that power to where brothers are going to be healing people. Raising the dead. The blind is going to see. All right. Diseases, all right? Casting out spirits of people right on the spot, man. You know? And it's going to be broadcasted through the world, just like us teaching this word is being broadcast. These miracles that the Most High is going to manifest, people are going to be recording them on their smartphones.
Yeah.
You know?
Because many outside there was a record left of it. You know? We come in that same thing, there's going to be a record left of it.
Man.
All eyes are going to see it. And the Lord's going to do a marvelous, great work on this planet Earth.
To where he's going to be forced to praise the Most High. He's going to be forced to. All right?
And just like last night, we was all fellowshipping, right? And the waitress, she was like, can I ask you a question? I'm like, what's up? She was like, who are you guys? Like, she was like, you guys, she was like, what type of spiritual group are you guys? And I was like, spiritual group? Yeah, she was like, what type of, we all had our songs on and stuff. Oh, okay. She was like, what are you guys? What type of spiritual group are you guys? And I was like, you don't know? She was like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, I'm there. She said, open your eyes. You know what I mean? Like a quick foreshadow, like a little quick thing, you know, like a little, that's for curious thing. Yeah, fuck ahead of a little bit.
That's for curious to the world.
And you just bounced after that, man. I think it was,
She wanted to come across
the laws that we have.
oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's part of that power, man. It's unity, man. What's the word, brother? I want it. That's the word. Wait. I thought you meant like together.
No. Together is Yahweh.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. You know, that's happening through this power of this word and bringing you up to that.
I got that song. This is a hot boy. This is Psalm 50 and 21. It says, these things have thou done, and I kept silent, and those that, and When we
Thou thoughtest I was one.
yeah, that's it. It's old English. It said, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. So that's what's happening. We're literally, this video I watched myself, we're being set in order in the eyes of the whole world. Whether you paying attention or not, the elect is getting set in order. They're waking up, they're working out the kinks. And we're literally forming an army in front of everybody and nobody. But during the world, they're paying attention.
That's why it's gonna be the greatest attack, man. That's why I say the house I said they come in as a thief in the night. It's already coming along with the
Yeah.
So God's building Voltron, so to speak.
Yeah, that's
and
going
the time's
down.
gonna come, we'll go attack, man.
And that's when the power is going to be enhanced tremendously.
Yeah, you're gonna catch all your eyes as a thief in the night, man. Yep, they're gonna get bum rushed, man.
And they tell you that the Most High is raising up an exceeding great army in Ezekiel the 37th chapter.
Yeah.
Because that exceeding great army, he's going to give them the breath, which is the power, right? The understanding,
Yeah.
all right? And that's happening. That is happening on planet Earth, man. The Most High, has his men out there, and boy, oh boy, it's only going to get that much more spiritual, that much more powerful, all right? And it's going to continue to intensify, man. Wait until miracles start to be performed. Okay? That's when they're going to try to get physical with it. And then the Most High going to enhance the power that much more. So try to get them. Hey, man, we living in some beautiful times, man.
Yeah.
That's all over,
We living into some beautiful times, man. You have something?
Come.
Yeah, come.
This is Acts chapter 13, verse 41. Behold, despisers and wonders and perish.
Dama said earlier.
It says, for I work a work in your days, a work which ye shall in no wise believe, though a man declare it unto you. Well, what's that work? That's us. That's why Isaiah said, who shall believe in our report? You know what I'm saying? We're out here letting you know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Which is power. We out here letting y'all know that, and most people scoffing and talking mess, but they can't say nothing about what we're doing because
They
they're
have
wrong.
to somebody. Yeah, he's a prime example.
Yeah.
He's a prime example. We ain't you, man.
You will never understand the power that's behind what we're doing. You better take Gamaliel's advice.
Yeah, man.
Let these men alone.
Beautiful point.
Let these men alone.
That dude absolutely 100% does not believe the report. That's not
100%.
We know if we show him clear evidence, but
He knows it,
he's
though.
government, he's truth opposition, so he gonna just speak or he try to go into conjunction type words. A lot of brothers, you know that shit like transliteration. I know exactly what that means. And what about the transliteration of the Lord's name? Why is it not Joshua? Why do they got Jesus? Why is it not Joshua? Joshua is the proper transliteration for the Lord of the name of the Lord. So why the fuck did they use Jesus? Which is the other side, right?
And you'll never understand like the elder in London. You will never understand true power. You will never experience true power. All right?
Because he's going to use factors like Elon Musk and the carnal technology to bring that upon yourself, man. But only Yahweh by sitting outside can get that power, man. To make somebody immortal, man. To extend life, to take life. You don't have that power, right? You ain't never going to fucking reach your nirvana, man. But you going to merge yourself with the machine and man and live forever and rule. That's the type thing, bro. You don't have that power. That's power going to give them on high, man. And you ain't got the access to it. They ain't giving it to you.
I got something for you, brother. This is John chapter 12, starting in verse 38. It says, thus saying Isaiah the prophet might be fulfilled, which he spake, Lord, who hath believed our report? And to whom hath the arm of the Lord revealed? Therefore they could not believe, because as Isaiah said again, he hath blinded their eyes and hardened their heart, that they should not see with their eyes, nor understand with their heart, and be converted, and I should heal them. These things said Isaiah when he saw his glory and spake of them. So just going back to that point, hey, these people got demons on them. We bring forth the word, they don't want to receive it because it's not meant to, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only ones that are able to be healed or receive that power, which is healing, are the ones that are able to receive this word, man.
Yeah.
Which is of Israel, by the way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're being scattered, you know, but we're the only ones that are able to receive it because of us, it's common. It's like, dang, we've been healed. Our minds been healed. Certain brothers have been healed from ailments. Certain brothers been healed from ailments. You know what I'm saying? From a lot of things. These people out here don't want to receive the word, man. They don't want to be healed, bro. You know, that was gonna happen.
Now, I was gonna say it's crazy.
The Lord don't want them here.
Yeah,
That's all I want to say.
Now, it's crazy because it's not rocket science of how to understand the truth. It's very logical.
Very logical.
The Most High just, it's either he give it to you or he don't.
Right.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Don't get mad at us. You know? Get mad at the Most High.
That's right. That's right.
Luke 9:1.
It's
You had something?
No, I had a precept of brother posted in the comment board.
Oh yeah, read it. Go ahead. Read it. Then we'll get Luke 9:1. Go ahead. Hey, Shalom to all you brothers in the comments.
You put Jeremiah 27:5. I have made the earth, the man and the beast that are upon the ground, but by my great power and by my outstretched arms, and have given it unto whom I see meet unto me.
Wow. Wow.
So Most High is about that. I do what I want to do. That links directly up with Romans the 9th chapter. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy. All right?
Yep. I got it. It's Luke 91. It says, then he called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all devils and to cure diseases.
Now look up that word power.
Woo!
It's the same word. Dynamis. All right? In that scripture, Luke 9:1. So really, right now we have power.
Yeah.
Okay? We have that dynamis. Because what did he tell them? He said, then he called his 12 disciples together and gave them power and authority over all devils and to cure diseases. Read verse 2.
And he sent them to preach the kingdom of the Most High.
Is that not what we out there doing?
Right.
Oh.
We out there preaching the kingdom of the Most High. All right? That's what we out there doing. So, literally, we have the power. And the power lies within the true teaching of this word, man.
Right.
This is where the power lies. All right? If you sincere and you truly believe, the Lord gave you the power already. You know? But the Lord is going to enhance that power, man. You know? He is going to enhance that power out of this world, man. It's going to happen. You know? It's going to happen. You know, we read about it. It happened in the past. You know? Yahweh had that power. He was performing these type of miracles and healing the sick. Giving sight to the blind. This is what he told the disciples of John the Baptist. They said, when they came to ask him, are you him who is to come, or should we seek for one another? He said, go tell John the Baptist, the sick is healed, the blind see, the lame walk. You know, he didn't say I'm him. He just told, go tell him what's happening over here. Go tell him the power that's being shown over here. All right? Finish you got a precept, and then we'll go back and do it.
This is Acts chapter 8, verse 3. As for Saul, he made havoc with the church, entering into every house, and hailing men and women committed them to prison. Therefore they that were scattered abroad went everywhere preaching the word. Then Philip went down to the city of Samaria and preached Hamashiach unto them. And the people with one accord gave heed unto those things which Philip spake, hearing and seeing the miracles which he did. For unclean spirits, crying with loud voice, came out of many that were possessed with them, and many taken with palsies, and that were lame were healed. And
Back up. Read where it says, where you just said it, you read over it kind of quick, where it says, seeing and hearing the miracles you did. All right?
Acts 8:5.
This is that power enhanced in the men he sent.
Right.
You know?
It says, then Philip, Acts 8:5, went down to the city of Samaria and preached the Hamashiach unto them. And the people with one accord gave heed unto those things which Philip spake, hearing and seeing the miracles which he did.
Hearing and seeing the miracles which he did. All right? That's power.
For unclean spirits crying with loud voice came out of many that were possessed with them, and many taken with palsy, and that were lame were healed, and there was great joy in that city.
See? When that started happening in this society, in this era, the end of Esau's era, man, it's gonna be crazy, man. Because it has to happen because it's written.
Right.
It's written that it's gonna happen like that, man. Even though, like we brought out earlier, by hearing this word, that's a miracle in itself.
Yeah.
All right, that's a miracle. When demons were just totally knocked off you.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be manifested even much more to the naked eye, man. You know?
There's different levels of power.
There's different levels that's coming, man.
And then once we receive those powers, a lot of those people that we're going to heal, because we're not going to heal everybody, to all be members of the elect.
No, they are.
Okay.
Yeah, they are members of the elect. Because when Yahweh asked, when they asked Yahweh, was this man born because sin of his father?
Right.
Or what he did? Matter of fact, let's get that. He said, no, he was born this way for the let's get it.
John chapter 9, verse 1. And as Yahweh passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Yahweh answered, neither has this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of the Most High should be made manifest.
The works of the Most High is going to be made manifest. All right? And it starts because that same individual is going to believe.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. And that's going to manifest the works of the Most High, man. What did Yahweh tell the people after he healed them? Thy faith hath made thee whole. All right?
So all you assholes talking that shit, like, okay, again, where's 12,999 more things, man? They need to be to hear this word. And the Lord, you start doing these things, man. All people, you got those all around the world, are going to get that power. They're going to just be healing people, they're led by the thousands, or however many that's out there that's going to be healed and chosen, man. It's going to happen just like that, man.
Yeah.
That's what I say. He don't understand the power that's behind what the Most High has set up.
He's putting the Most High in the box.
He's an Edomite.
Yeah.
First and foremost, he's an Edomite, and the scripture tells you none of the wicked shall understand. You know?
Yeah, because he really said that the Most High can't do that.
He has no clue what's getting ready to hit his ass, man. He don't have a clue the power that's behind the men of Yahweh by seeing outside, man.
Go ahead. This is the book of Acts, chapter 2. This is around the time of Pentecost. All right, Acts chapter 2, and I'm going to start at verse 38. It says, and Peter said unto them, repent and be baptized, every one of you, in the name of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, for the remission of sins, and ye shall receive the gift or power of the Holy Spirit. For the promises unto you and to your children, who is us, and to all that are far off, which is us, even as many as the Lord our power shall call, which is us, the called. And with many other words did he testify and exhort, saying, save yourself from the untoward generation. Then they that gladly received his word were baptized. And the same day, this is the same day, they were added unto them about 3,000 souls. So yeah, the Lord can do it anytime he wants to. He can do it in an hour. You know, and what had happened? Miracles is done, tongues is being spoken, man. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, man. Right. So it don't matter if you look at, anybody can look at it from a carnal aspect and see that it's not a lot of them. It's only a few, but the thing is we're growing, we're coming directly out of the scriptures, man, and we believe this stuff is coming, man. It started off with only a few. Yahweh gathered a few men, and that turned into thousands, bro.
Hey, I got it. Just remembering off of something that the apostle stated. When 9/11 happened, they said that their websites was crashing because there was so much traffic on there. So all the Most High got to do is make a major disaster or some type of situation happen where motherfuckers is returning to their spirituality, and Jacob's waking up. Boom, 3,000 like that.
That's
Easy
right.
work.
The Lord can have one sermon, like Peter. Like the brother just read, one sermon can convert 5,000.
That's right.
All right?
Straight up.
You know? One sermon. Not because he's doing the sermon, no, because the power that's behind that sermon, right? The power that's behind what he's speaking. And that power is the spirit of Yahweh by seeing outside, man. That's what we're behind. All right? That's all it takes, man. You know?
I got something like that.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I wanted to say too, because one of the words that keeps coming up in the scriptures being read is called or called. When you look that word up, call or told in the Greek, you get like 3 words. One of them is suplento, the other one is kaleo, and the third one is salako. The third one is plecos. Kaleo, which means invited by name. Okay, so the Most High is choosing his men and inviting them by name.
They got reservations.
Right, like reservations. You know what I'm saying? And I got a quick scripture to back it up. This is 1 Corinthians 1:2. It says, unto the church of the Most High, which is at Corinth, to them that are sanctified, right, because you got to be initiated, in your outside, called to be saints, with all that in every place call upon the name of the outside, our Lord, both theirs and ours.
In every place, bro.
Right.
All the regions where we've been scattered.
Shut up, yeah. And so the Greek word for called here is platos, what I said, and it's called invited to a banquet, right? Invited by God in the proclamation to the gospel to obtain eternal salvation in the kingdom through Yahweh side, right? And it also says, right? And it says, called to be the discharge of an office or divinely selected and appointed.
Secret counsel.
Divinely selected. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, because look, Yahweh Side says that in John the 17th chapter that the Most High gave him who he has chosen. He said, thine are mine, the mine are thine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't plug them out.
Hey, well, we brought out at camp yesterday. We're engraved in the palm of the Most High's hand.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
Yeah. Hey, like they say, I know you like the back of my hand and stuff. Yeah.
That's right,
Straight up, man.
Anybody got anything? I got a piece of first, like 2 Peter 1 and 3. It says, according as his divine power have given unto us all things that pertain unto life and godliness through the knowledge of him that hath called us to glory and virtue. And that's what you witnessing. All right? You witnessing that through all the brothers that's sincere about this thing, man. And you could see the sincerity by the content that they're giving to Israel.
Right.
You know? That's how you recognize the real from the fake, man.
Yeah.
You know? If you truly believe, man, you look at the content they're pushing, man. Look at the message they're pushing. Are they doing what the Bible said the man of the Lord was going to be doing?
Right.
All right? And that's because it's a power behind us that's giving us the spirit to do these things, beginning with the apostles and elders, man. All right? Let me get Acts 6 and 8.
It's Acts chapter 6, verse 8. It says, and stepping full of faith and power.
Stepping full of faith and power. All right? Now, when you read going into the 7th chapter, the power was with him. All right? So much so that these wicked ass Israelites stoned him to death. All right?
That's right.
That word power in this scripture, the same word, dynamis.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
The same word, man. And these are men that believed in Yahweh's side and was pushing the gospel, man. All right? That's what these men were doing. They were regular men that received it, that were called and chosen, and they went and they continued in Yahweh's side's work, pursuing the Matthew 28th chapter, I think it's the 33rd verse, where the Lord said, behold, go out and teach all nations. All right? Well, these are the men that went out and they did that. All right? Some of them, they went out and they did that, and what was with them? The power. The outside gave them the power to do these things that we were reading in Luke the 9th chapter. All right?
That's right, that's right.
I'm sorry, this is a quick point. When you go into that account and actually the brothers reading, man, when they were getting ready to stone Stephen, it said it's like they held the face of an angel.
That's right.
They said, Stephen, man. That's right, man. What is an angel? An angel is a messenger, but an angel also is a god, man, or a power. You know what I'm saying? So he was full of all of that, man. You know, when he was stoned, he looked up and seen the Most High Yahweh Shai, man.
Right.
When he was full of that power.
Hey, bro, let me add to that.
Done.
Because the scriptures say, a man's wisdom maketh his face to shine.
That's right. Hell yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 24. For wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth to go through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty.
Pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. So that's the power that's in the brothers. It's a pure influence flowing from the Most High, man.
Right.
That's given to us to do what we do. It's a pure influence from the Most High, man. That's that power.
Right.
All right? And what you got?
I just had Sarah 1 and 1.
Oh, okay. That's what you going to get the angel of the Lord against every, No. You talking about that camp yesterday, with the gospel? Oh, the everlasting gospel. Revelation. I thought that you were going to do that.
It says, for she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled things fall into her. For she is the brightness of the everlasting light, the unspotted mirror of the power of the Most High, and the image of his goodness. Perfect. That's spotless. I mean, spotless mirror, you can't do anything with it. You can't smudge it, you can't defile it, you can't put anything in that. That's the power. That's right, man. And that's why Esau's terrified. You know he cannot touch this. He's the most powerful thing on the planet. He has no part of this.
And that's why Yahweh Shai was so perfect.
You
know what I'm saying? Because he is the well, you got that word?
Yeah, this is from the Merriam-Webster dictionary. The word influence, which means the power or capacity of causing an effect in indirect or intangible way. Ways.
And this is intangible. You can't put your hands on it.
Put your hands on it. That's right.
You know, right? The power that the Lord has bestowed upon us through the word is intangible. You can't put your hands on it, all right?
That's why
You can't come at this carnally, man. You can't come at this carnally, all right? Okay? You can't come at this thing carnally, man.
That's why nothing can separate the elect from the Most High. That's right. Not all the other things that come along with it. Nothing can touch it.
Yeah, look at Simon the Sorcerer when he tried to make it tangible, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He got his ass first stop by
How much I gotta pay you for the spiritual power right here? You know what I'm saying?
Look up this last verse. It says, being but one, she can do all things, and remaining in herself, she maketh all things new, and in all ages entering into the holy souls, she maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets.
And are we not in the age? It said in all ages entering into holy souls. How did this enter into us? When we heard it. Not by man's wisdom and enticing words, but by demonstration of the Spirit and power. All right? It entered into our soul. Lord will to the end, man.
Yeah.
You know? Damn, that was heavy, bro.
For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars, being compared with the light, she is found before it. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom.
Wickedness ain't gonna prevail against wisdom.
Just don't get to that how wisdom may refer to the Most High, and the word is only given unto us. That's right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 1, verse 3. And it says, it seemed good to me also, having had perfect understanding of these from the very first, the principal thing, to write unto thee in order, most excellent Theophilus. Now this was a letter that Luke had written. You know what I'm saying? And you also read about Theophilus in Luke man. When you go into that word Theophilus, that word means friend of the Most High. And he said this letter is directed toward most excellent Theophilus. He's talking about us. Philos, God, Philadelphia.
Which brother goes back to the word friend.
That's right. That's right.
Same thing.
Man, bro. So he put in code, man, to us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Theophilus.
Most excellent Theophilus, man. You know? Hey, I'll get thee into great men.
Yeah.
You know? It's like that.
That was it, bro?
That was it.
Okay,
I got a couple more definitions for
yeah, go ahead. And then, somebody hold Luke 10:19.
definition 2 in the Merriam-Webster dictionary for the word influence. It says the act or power of producing an effect without apparent exertion of force.
Of course, we read that in one of the definition dynamics earlier. Okay? That's one of the words that's in there. Force. All right? Go ahead.
It says or direct exercise of command. It says, see, so that means you could apply a voice or communication.
Yeah, because it has power in it. Really, the word power means to have influence over something. You can't have power if you don't have influence. And Esau has the power. He's the power on the earth. That's why he's able to make policy happen on the planet.
Right, straight up.
That's what power is. Power, the ability to have influence over something. And it's funny because I was watching that show Yellowstone. This is Gadai. It's the Gadai and Esau. They fighting over land in Wyoming, right? And one of the wives of the Edomite son, he hates his dad. He don't want anything to do with him, so he moved on the reservation and he married this Gadite chick. And she's like a college professor. And she was in class teaching about Native American history. She was going to the real of it, like not that sugar fairy tale things. She was teaching about how Columbus brought the same thing that we bring out about Columbus, how he came here in the native touched the sword, and he said this would be a people that would be easy to conquer and take over, with 500 men that can take this whole country, right? But basically, it was the Edomite in there talking shit. And she broke that down to him. She was like, basically, he's talking shit, but, oh, you want to crack book on honest joke? But she was like, give me the definition of the word power. And Esau was sitting there looking stupid. She broke it down, like, power is, who has the true power is I do. Power is really to have the influence over whoever or whoever. And I have the influence over you to keep you out of my class, so I can fail you. So you have no power in here. It's best for you to just sit down and shut up and learn. And then after class, you can't apologize to him. But to show you, man, this is the true power. The Most High powers have an influence over us, the elected, over the whole planet Earth. Yeah, bro. You know?
I'm excited.
And it all started by the hearing of these words, man. It all started, man, as a small fire put in men to teach other men. You know?
That's why.
Go ahead.
Now, that's why you think Esau made it death penalty if you got caught reading the scriptures during the time of slavery, man. If you got caught reading his book, your ass got put to death. Niggas books, none of that. You got put to death. You know? Because it's power. It's power.
Done.
I know it. It's Isaiah 55:11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. That's that power, that word, that influence.
Yeah.
It says, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
Yep. And that's exactly what's happening. The Lord said he was going to gather us by the word.
Yeah.
Is that not what happened? According to that scripture, the brother just read. That's what's going to happen, and that's what's happening, and it's happening. All right?
Your influence, man.
We're being gathered by the word of the Holy One, man. That's the power, all right?
Go into those holy souls.
That's right.
Yeah, I think I mentioned these two. The brother mentioned, my daughter mentioned the word Alexadia. When you go into the Psalms for Alexadia, Allah is power. Shadia, it also means almighty. When you go into that word, Shadia, it means, or together, Alexadia, it means immeasurable power. And it gives you a definition of figuratively, which means what thing can you use to measure such power? You know, because there's things you can measure, like a 12-inch foot table, or 12-foot table, that a carpenter uses a measuring stick, right? But you can't put nothing to it to measure it. Right? It's innumerable.
Almighty. Unmeasurable power. Right? Let me get Luke 10:19. You know? Luke 10:19. Come on, bro.
Luke 10:19. It's Luke chapter 10, verse 19. It says, behold, I have given striker. Behold, I give unto you power to tread upon serpents and scorpions.
And this is the power that's going to happen in these last days.
Yeah.
Okay? Because did the disciples at that time receive that type of power? To where they were treading on the power of the enemy? No, they wanted to run. The power that the Lord gave them back then was the power to heal, you know, preach the word, which is the healing in itself, raise the dead, the blind see, all right, cast out demons. But they didn't get the power that we read. They didn't get that form because it wasn't for that time yet. But we in the time to where the Lord gonna give us the power of over all the power of the enemy, all right, which is spiritual power. Again, the power is already here, but it will be enhanced tremendously. All right? It will be enhanced tremendously, man. Okay? And these are the times that we're entering into, man.
Right.
Okay?
So right here on my bread say, tread upon serpents. My book say, trample. Like you're gonna be able to stomp. It says, behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy.
And over all the power of the enemy. So whatever Esau has is not going to be able to harm us. That's why I tell you, what's that in Isaiah? Get that real quick, all right? See, it all started with the word, baby. It all started with the word, with the hearing of the word. That was the power in itself. Okay? And it's gonna get enhanced, man. That power is gonna be enhanced. Throughout the elect men, the Most High has selected from the foundations of the earth to display on this planet Earth, to display the power of the Most High on this planet Earth. All right? You're gonna have a bunch of Brandon Wires in America, man. All right? Bright burn. Okay? Go ahead, read it again.
Yep, it
Luke
says,
10:19.
Luke 10 and 19 says,
And
behold,
somebody got Isaiah 54?
he said the same. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you.
And nothing shall by any means hurt you. Okay? Because the Lord is going to enhance the power that the elect men already have. All right? He's going to see, he didn't get it to them back then because it wasn't time. It wasn't time for that type of power to be displayed. But we living in the time where that power is going to be displayed, man.
You know what I said? In my kingdom,
My servants
will
will
fight.
fight.
Right? You let it go fight.
Right.
We got to invest in that power.
Hey, straight up.
Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of the powder shall be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
That's right, man. The power, the influence, the power, true power. All right? You got Isaiah 54 and 17.
On my boy, but you have no power.
This is Isaiah 54 and 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn.
That's right. So no weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. Going back to Luke 10 and 19. Okay? And by, it said, what it say? And nothing by any means shall hurt you. All right? Right. Just like when Paul, when he got bit by that serpent, that viper, they thought he was going to drop dead. You know why he didn't drop dead? Because of the power, the dynamis that was behind him, man. Woo!
That's
and
right.
what did he do after that? He healed people. Okay?
They wouldn't even stay on that island.
Yeah. But the Spirit had them go there because there was Israelites there that needed to receive the gospel and see the power and be converted and healed. Malta. That was Malta.
My brother just took a trip out there. Want to see that video?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, send it to you on the group.
Yeah, I see it.
It's called Melita. They call it Melita now.
Yeah.
But there's Malta.
He was out there on Malta. He was out there. Video, man. But hey, that's never happened, man.
like that.
What you mean? That's light.
That was a dope movie.
Continuing in Isaiah 54:17, it says, "This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith Yahweh."
You gotta do that again, bro. You
Time,
gotta do that again,
No
bro.
problem. Isaiah 54:17, "No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rises up against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the inheritance of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, saith
So
Yahweh."
that's the inheritance of the servants.
That's right. That's right.
Okay? We receiving part of that inheritance now with this word.
That's right.
Okay? But we're gonna receive it fully. It's gonna be enhanced. Lord will with those men, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. It's entirety.
Man, come on, man. Oh yeah. We ain't got time to be playing games, wanting to be a part of this world. We got bigger and better things coming.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. And inheritance is always something that was passed down from father to son. It can't be taken from you, and can't nobody else be added unto the inheritance, man.
So like even Esau, how he goes to different lands and takes different people's inheritance. No matter how he claimed it, it's still never going to be his.
It's never gonna be his.
In the eyes of the Alba sitting outside, it's never going to be. That's why the Hebrews are going to get their inheritance back. Because it's still there, even though they ain't there.
Hey, you know, Esau went in our land, claimed our heritage. But it don't belong to you. It ain't gonna never belong. It belongs to us. All right? You all get that what you told the world. We already getting it back. We already got it back. You know, through the word. We already got it back, man. You know? You don't see no so-called Jews preaching the word the way we preaching it.
Hell nah.
You know?
They don't even believe in the scriptures over
You know,
there.
they don't believe the scriptures.
We got no song.
Yeah.
Okay, but ultimately, that's not part of their inheritance.
Yeah.
That's our inheritance, man.
Yeah, you
So
too.
that's part of the truth. The only Israelites can be prophets. Now, the Lord can put the spirit on the heathen to do his will and his bidding, man. But they still ain't a prophet, man. They still ain't a prophet of Israel, man.
Yeah. They can get business and all that, but that's they ain't gonna get our inheritance.
No.
They will never experience true power. Right? Yeah, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
This is going into the inheritance of the wicked. Now, when you read Job 20, it already goes to how he's going to destroy it utterly. This is Job chapter 20, verse 27. "The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart." All the lands that he had gotten by the sea, who were other people's inheritances. It said, "The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man." This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High, and then inheritance appointed unto him by the Most High. So
That's their inheritance.
that's theirs. Our inheritance is no weapon formed against us is going to prosper. Their inheritance is they're going to get dealt with by them weapons, man.
That's right.
Dust it up, man.
And lose everything they've stolen.
That's right.
Even their own land.
That's right. Straight up. Straight up.
And then ultimately they can be destroyed.
That's right.
Off the planet. That's your inheritance.
Straight up.
And what it also can be your tongue.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
And you know, just like how what's that nigga name? These false ass prophets be coming up. Their tongue is a weapon, and it's not doing nothing against us. They're losing.
That's right.
So your weapon is not what the scripture says. It says no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. That's right. Even your tongue ain't gonna prosper.
Yeah,
Because when you read on, it say, in every tongue that shall rise up against thee, thou shalt condemn.
Right, and I got a precept.
That's why you condemn, bro.
I got a
precept. This is Rock 28 and 17. The stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones.
Because that is in speech.
Right.
Yeah. Because words can't really break bones, but that precept with Hebrews 4 and 12.
That's right. How would that? Because us bringing out this word is breaking Esau the F down. He's being broken down by us bringing this word out because of the power that's behind it, man. That's right. Right? Man, y'all brothers got any more precepts?
I got one. We can be ready to.
This is Luke 24 and 49. And behold, I send the promise of my Father upon you, but tarry ye in the city of Jerusalem until you be endowed
with power from on high.
Right? Look at that word, it's out.
Man, bro.
But that power too is the same power he was going to.
That's right. That's right.
It's the same power just given to us in emptiness.
That's right, brother.
It's given to us in emptiness.
49.
That's right,
Okay.
brother.
49. Luke 24 and 49.
Don, hey, as we go into all these examples, man, looking at our forefathers and certain things that they had done, like the brother that read the example going into Paul when he went to the island of Malta. When he was bit by that serpent, the barbarians were like, he's a murderer, he's gonna die.
He's gonna die. They was waiting for him.
They was waiting for it, but he lived. And right after he lived, they called him a god.
Yeah, they called him
You know?
God.
And then you had Paul and Barnabas that was teaching, and then they was like, it's gotta be Jupiter and Mercury.
Yep.
You know, you had Daniel that interpreted Nebuchadnezzar's dream, and they was like, man, surely God is in this dude. This guy has to be some type of a power or something. That's our inheritance, man. Now we know those are different deities that these people worship, but the fact that they acknowledge these people as these deities that were sent from on high to display these wonders and these miracles, man, that means a whole lot, man. And we had the same thing. We had that power, you know?
Okay, man. You will fit in.
That's right. You will never experience true power.
That's right. That's right.
You're an Edomite,
Right?
right?
Edomite.
You're not gonna get it. Any other ones?
I want this one right because finishing and you brought up Luke 9.
Luke 9.
Luke 9.
Yeah, we can finish that. Yeah.
Because verse 20 it just humbles you.
Hold on. Hey, let's get that word from down. First, and then we'll consider it.
You want me to read it?
That can be a child because it's a solid point.
Luke 24 and 49.
Luke 24 and 49 reads, And behold, I send the promise of my Father upon you, but tarry you in the city of Jerusalem until you be endowed with power from on high.
So the Greek word for endowed is enduo, which means to sink into clothing, or to put on, clothe oneself. So we're literally going to be clothed with power.
And we got power.
And then you think of Ephesians, put on the right
That's right.
That's right, brother.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, that's so salty though because it says it's put on. I remember that song, I put on.
You gonna take that power? When we heard this word, we were put on.
Yeah.
All right? We were put on, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Digging her.
Yeah.
When we heard the Most High put it in our spirit before we were even brought to the earth in our mother's womb, he gonna be put on. He gonna be put on. He gonna be put on. All right? And how they gonna be put on? By hearing this word first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give them little increments. They're gonna get that increment of power. All right?
Increments. This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. Put on therefore as the elect of the Most High, holy and beloved, clouds of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering.
Put on as the elect of the Most High. You gotta be put on, baby. You can't just walk around. You gotta get put on. You gotta get put on set. Put on, man.
There might be a color. We're gonna put you on the set.
You gotta be initiated.
You gotta be initiated, baby.
Put on.
That's right.
And jump back to that Luke 9, that 20th verse just humbles you too, you know? It just reminds you to be humble that with all the Most High is doing with us. I'm going to start back in 19 now. Luke 9.
We're in it. Unless any brother got anything else after this, we're in it.
It says, Luke 9 and 19, it says, Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding, and this rejoice not, that the spirits are subjected unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven.
Straight up, man. That's what keeps us humble, man.
That's right.
Because at the end of the day, we don't know until that time comes. And if we all those men, okay, beginning with the apostles and elders and all the men underneath that teach in like manner and who are sincere, that receive that power, we're going to rejoice because the Most High has our names written in heaven.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right, man. That's right.
Lots of mercy.
Hey, written on his right hand, is what it says.
That's right, man. Engraved in the palms of the Most High's hand.
That's right.
You know?
That's the real person.
Yeah.
You want to throw the ring, like you want to that's what it was that ring, man. That's the elected person.
Yeah, right. We're the precious fool.
Yeah, right.
That's what you can get.
That's going to be similar when it goes to the right.
And it was crazy about this verse too, because remember, y'all was speaking here. So the word, notwithstanding, that's an adverb, meaning the action is continuing. So when you put it in simpler form for you, say, look, I'm gonna give you power over all these people, but notwithstanding, like a but. Rejoice not that you got the power, but that the Most High has given it to you. You know? That's what he's saying here.
This is Malachi. This is Malachi chapter 3, verse 16. Then they that feared Yahweh spake often one to another. And the Lord hearkened and heard, and a book of remembrance was written before him. For them that feared Yahweh, and that thought upon his name. And they shall be mine, saith Yahweh of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels. And I will spare them as a man spares his own son that serveth him. That precious that you were talking about, those jewels. And going into that, those names being written, that book of remembrance, man. You know what I'm saying? They're engraved in the hands of the Lord. That book. Hey, man, we keep doing what we're doing, bro. Hey, we talk about power to stand, which is a beautiful thing. Yeah. You know, but as the brother had said, which is very humbling, man. Hey, Yahweh said above that, just know that you've written in heaven, man. Woo! You know, and that's what the creator.
That's why we don't give a shit if these people don't like us.
That's right. Straight up.
As long as you hide by sitting outside, like us, you know what I'm saying?
That's right, brother.
You know?
That's right, brother.
And it's like there was examples too, bro, because like when you read it in Ezra or in the Chronicles of all the names of the men that were building the temple, all the tribes and their names is there. I'm just like, man.
That's right. That's right. Straight up.
Yeah. Hey, so, hey, with that, man, Lord will, brothers, you will edify as brothers and sisters, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by seeing outside. We're going to give all praise to
Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh, by Hashem, Chakadas.
You know, double honors to our apostles and elders that have taught us this word, and salutation and blessings to you hopeful, elect, sincere brothers out there that's pushing this word in hope of that mercy, all right, and to be written in the book of life, man. That's right. Shalom.
Shalom.